Hey everyone, Marine here for Learn Fun. I am so happy to be back with a new super cute and fun holiday scene. Today we go to the tree farm outside the city to choose a big and fluffy Christmas tree. My card features some people from Tiny Winter Friends and from Tiny Friends as well. I picked the car from Car Critters, the small beanie from Holiday Party Animal, the trees from Winter Skies, the small bench from Village Shops, more trees from Yeti or Not and from Winter Village, and I used a coordinating die from that set too. We have the small fence from Happy Village, the reindeer from Over the Mountain Borders, the tree border from Simply Celebrate Winter, the tree from Car Critters Christmas Add-on, and the dog from Tiny Christmas. We have the booth and the ticket from Coaster Critters. My sentiment is from Joy to All. I also used the stitched snowflake backdrop, the largest rectangle stackables die, one of the everyday sentiment banners, a stitched simple wavy border, and of course the double slider surprise die set. And I also picked a pattern paper from the Let It Shine Snowflakes paper pack. So I stamped all my images using jet black ink and cut them all using the coordinating dies. And before coloring everything, I still needed to add 2 people in the car. I put the car back in the negative space and masked all around the window using washi tape. I placed the stems and then put the beanie on top of one of the stems. I picked up the beanie with the door of my Misty tool, and then I stamped the image 3 times to get a nice impression. I placed the people stamps again and put the beanie on top of the second one, picked up the beanie with the door, and then stamped it just like the first beanie. Next, I masked the beanies and placed the 2 stems back in place. Again, I picked them up with the door of my Misty tool and stamped them 3 times. And then I removed the washi tape and took the car out of its negative space. And here we have 2 people wearing beanies in the car, ready to go pick up a Christmas tree. Next, I colored all the images using my alcohol markers, and as always, I went with very bright colors. I chose red for the car and the awnings, light green for the trees, and for the tiny people, I went with pink, purple, and turquoise to color their outfits. Once the coloring was done, I cut the pieces to build my double slider surprise element, one pocket panel and the small panels out of pattern paper, and the second pocket panel out of peacock cardstock. And I also cut wavy borders out of white cardstock to create snow borders. And on the pocket panel, I wanted to add a path or a road, so I placed the car on the snow border and I used it as a guide to mark where I wanted that path to be. So I used the pencil marks to mask the left and right sides of the snow border and created a simple path using hickory smoke distress ink. And I added some texture to that path, but not too much, just some water droplets that I dried using a paper towel, and then a little bit of black soot distress ink mixed with water to bring a tiny little bit of contrast. Once the path was dry, I assembled a few things. I stuck the snow border with the path on the pocket panel and stuck the two other snow borders on the small panels. Next, I folded the flap on the pocket panel and did the same thing on the peacock pocket panel. And to get nice and sharp edges, I used my bone folder to press really well on those flaps. Next, I applied strong double-sided sticky tape on those flaps. I also cut the track piece and I did the same thing on that element. I applied double-sided tape on the long edges, on the front and at the back as well. Next, I cut a strip of plastic. I like to use poop bags from my dog to do this, but you could use some thin packaging. This plastic strip measures 2¼ inches. I added double-sided tape at one end, and then I wrapped that strip around the track piece. I peeled off the backing paper and then folded the plastic strip to stick it to the tape. I trimmed the end of the strip, and then I placed the seam on the left, and on that seam I added double-sided tape. I flipped the track piece over and added tape again at the opposite side, just like so. To attach the small panels on the track piece, I like to keep the track piece in place using washi tape. So with the track piece aligned on my grid, I removed the backing paper and stuck a small panel on top of the track piece, and I made sure that this small panel was aligned with the track piece. Next, I placed the other panel behind the track piece and flipped everything over. Once again, I used washi tape to keep the track piece in place. I removed the backing paper and I stuck the panel, again making sure that it was lined up with the track piece. I tested the mechanism to see if it was working properly, and then I did some cutting on the pocket pieces. I placed the notch die against one edge of one of the pocket panels, taped it and sent it to my die cutting machine. And I did the same thing 3 other times to create a notch on each side of each pocket panel, just like so. Next, I assembled those pocket panels. I flipped them over and placed them side by side. And I stuck the peacock panel flap on the left to the main panel on the right. Next, I took the track piece and removed the backing papers at the back. And I attached the track piece on the peacock side right up against the main pocket panel. I pressed firmly on the tabs to connect everything properly. And then, before closing the pocket, I filled the small panels with lots of cute images. I stuck those images using liquid glue and glue dots to keep everything as flat as possible, otherwise the slider mechanism won't work. So once the small panels were complete, I closed the pocket. I added one last strip of double-sided tape inside the main pocket, right on the flap. I removed the backing paper and folded that flap. Next I peeled all the remaining backing papers off, and I folded the main pocket panel to totally finish the double-sided surprise element. And of course, I totally finished the scene by adding the remaining images on the pocket panel. One last final tree, and that's it, the scene is complete. Next I moved on to the card base and started by cutting a 5.5 by 4.25 rectangle out of mermaid cardstock. And I added more interest to this panel by using the stitched snowflake backdrop. See those beautiful details. I cut a mermaid card base, a small scallop panel out of vellum, and I assembled those pieces, starting with the pocket on the vellum panel using 2 layers of foam tape. Next, the snowflake backdrop on the card base using double-sided sticky tape. And then the vellum and pocket on the snowflake backdrop using liquid glue. I created a simple sentiment that I white heat embossed on a piece of raspberry cardstock. I cut it into a banner and attached it above the tree border using foam squares. And one last final thing, I added handles to be able to pull the small panels. I cut those handles out of sugar plum cardstock. I folded both pieces in half and attached them at both ends of the small panels. I did this with the small panels all tucked inside the pocket to make sure to stick them right on the notch spots. And that's it! I added snow on top of both awnings using a coordinating die from Winter Village. And as always, I added lots of highlights and details to the images using a white gel pen. I hope that you like this new little holiday scene. Thanks for stopping by and see you in the next video. Have a good day. Bye.